Yo, 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 what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? My name is Jamal Pope, aka J Phoenix, and this is going to be your daily tarot and astrology reading for Tuesday, July 30th of 2024. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. Let's go ahead and hop right into it, see what the cards have to say and the stars have to say, so we can see how you can be better prepared to navigate these celestial energies. Can't believe we are already at the end of July. It's wild. So let's go ahead and hop into it. I have the Chariot card in reverse. It's interesting how, like, for Monday I had the Six of Wands, and then today we have the Chariot. They kind of have similar energies. The Chariot card in reverse. This definitely can speak to moving outside our comfort zone, kind of moving into new places. Moving into places where we may even start to come more into a, figure of like authority or some level of importance, right? The Chariot always speaks to moving away from the home and kind of going out into the world and making something of yourself and meeting people and making those connections, right? So it is the card of Cancer, which is the home, right? So it's about, like I said, presenting yourself to the world, going out into the world. But with it being in reverse, there could be a desire to not want to really go out and do stuff. There could be a desire to want to just stay in because, maybe the responsibilities are mounting up or maybe people are starting to rely on you. But, this could be one of those things where you probably manifested this and, it is sort of like a put up or shut up kind of moment. Not gonna lie. Let's see what we have following it. Well, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. The Eight of Swords in reverse, it could definitely speak to we're just holding ourselves back. We're tying ourselves down. Maybe we're afraid to move. Maybe there could be a level of anxiety with this or apprehension or feeling like we can't do something. So we want to kind of run back home to where it's comfortable and safe. But this is a day where, you don't necessarily want to do that per se, especially considering that this is Leo season. We do have the Sun in Leo. We do have Mars and Jupiter in Gemini. This is a time where we want to be more active, more social, kind of getting out there, meeting people, doing things. We do have the Moon that's going to be in Gemini. It's going to conjunct Mars and it's going to conjunct Jupiter today. So this Moon, which does rule Cancer, maybe it is a little bit uncomfortable just because, it's going to be with Mars, which is, like I said, this fiery planet and mutable air. So, yeah, this could be a thing where, people may say things that maybe rub you the wrong way or something like that, or may elicit some sort of emotional response from you, whether they're doing so consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously. And then you have Jupiter, which is going to just probably expand upon it. And Jupiter is already not very comfortable in Gemini. Like I said, this is a big cat trying to fit into a tiny little box or a tiny little fishbowl or something like that. So it's not necessarily the most comfortable energy, but Jupiter is going to make the best of it and just be like, I'm here. So that's kind of what you have to kind of go with it. It's like, even if you're not feeling perfect or polished, I think that's even more so what's going on with these two cards is now that you are kind of putting yourself out there and going out there, maybe you have these desires to kind of go out, meet people, start those conversations, make those connections, but maybe you are feeling unpolished. Maybe you are feeling, a level of imposter syndrome. That has a lot to do probably with the fact that we have Venus in Leo that's going to trine over to Chiron retrograde, mind you. So this is like one of those states where it's like, shoot, you're a beautiful mess. I'm gonna just be honest. Like Venus it's already concerned about the beauty, the glitz, and the glam in Leo. Trine over to Chiron that is retrograde in Aries, right? This is like, I'm a beautiful mess, take me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting with this, And that's not to say that you can't, work on the areas that you need to work on, but also don't hold yourself back just because you're not perfect. Don't hold yourself back just because you're not polished. Maybe you are a little bit rough around the edges. We all are, but that's no need for you to hold back your gifts and your talents and putting yourself out there and making those connections just because you maybe aren't in the perfect spot right now. We also have the Sun that's going to trine the North Node and sextile the South Node. So we have very positive aspects today. We really do. It's just a matter of, like, are we going to show up? regardless of how we maybe view ourselves or how we think the world is going to view us, but it really is going to be about that more inner reflection, considering where all these planets are in Gemini and Leo and Aries. It's going to be about that inner reflection. Other people probably aren't going to be as worried about it. They're probably just going to be happy that you show up. So this is going to be a day, like I said, it's like there may be this fear of kind of going outside our comfort zone and putting ourselves out there, but really it's all about showing up anyways, not being afraid, having the courage to just put yourself out there and just watch the magic happen, right? We also have the Seven of Cups in reverse to kind of round things out. Maybe, don't do too much today. You know what I mean? I think we need to have a little bit more focus. So maybe that can help. Is like, maybe don't try and have your hand in so many different cookie jars, but to kind of have yourself focused on like maybe like the singular goal, or if you have multiple things to do, write things down and check things off as you go along. But this is about, maintaining that focus, having a clearer vision, but also still putting yourself out there, making yourself available. And like I said, you're a beautiful mess. You're a beautiful catastrophe. And if you really think about it, like, we kind of are though. Like we're stardust, all these different things that people can say. We're born of explosions, or explosions are happening all around us, within us, and everything. And Aries is very much so an explosion, right? So it's like, shoot, life began as an explosion. If you like look at the, I think it's like I guess it's like an X-ray. But if you look at like an X-ray of like the moment that the sperm meets the egg, there is this explosion of light that happens, like a supernova. So we all emanate from that, right? And that's just kind of a good way to look at it. It's like, even if you're a little rough around the edges, even if things aren't always super clear, even if you are a work in progress, show up anyways, because you're always going to be a work in progress. That's the one thing that we have to remind ourselves. We're always going to be a work in progress. So you might as well show up and have fun. And this is Leo season. It's about having fun. It's about being bold and just going for broke, going for it, right? I have the card of Tangerine. I had a feeling I was going to get a card that was along the orange spectrum. Spontaneous. Oh yeah, be spontaneous and have fun. What did I just say? I just said to put yourself out there and have fun with the energy. Think about the feeling that you get when you bite into a sweet tangerine, and like, I'm just thinking about it. It's honestly sounds really good. Like, I actually want some oranges now. But just think of that feeling, what it does to citrus, and how it kind of lights your senses up and kind of wakes you up, whatever, like that kind of brightens the mood. That's the kind of way that you want to go into a day like today. Keep the mood bright, keep it fun, keep it lifted. And if there are moments where you start to feel constricted, if there are moments where you start to feel a little bit uncomfortable, that's actually a good thing. It actually means that you're growing. So, especially with the moon meeting up with Mars and meeting up with Jupiter in Gemini, it's great. So it's like, if you're starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable or a little bit tighter, like the walls are caving in, maybe it's not so much that the walls are caving in, maybe it's that you are growing and you're about to break out of this chrysalis and evolve into something else. Very beautiful. That's going to do it for your daily tarot and astrology reading today. I trust that this message will assist you on your journey today. And yeah, y'all take care, stay blessed, have a wonderful Tuesday. I will see you all on the next daily and tarot astrology reading. Peace.